Hey everyone, welcome to day 2 of the inaugural Mississippi Scoreboard Classic, brought to you by Community Bank here at Jackson Prep in Flowood. My name is TJ Wary, and I'm joined by my great friend, Mr. Ray Coleman. Our matchup this afternoon features the Callaway Chargers and the Parklane Academy Pioneers. Both teams enter with 11-3 records, and both teams are coming off losses in yesterday's games here at Jackson Prep. Parklane lost to Brandon 46-41. While Callaway lost to host Prep 47-32. Callaway led by first-year head coach Dionne Wells. She takes over for Ashley Sutton. She led the Chargers to a state championship last season, then took a job as an assistant coach at West Alabama. Parklane, meanwhile, led by fifth-year head coach Vicki Rutland. Her Lady Pioneers are the defending overall champs in the MAIS. Ray Coleman, you've been here hanging out at Prep yesterday and today much longer than I have. This is my first game. You've seen both teams?
Yeah.
What can you tell us about them?
So you said both teams lost their games on yesterday, but don't let that fool you. They played really good teams. Prep, while they may not be the best team here, Prep played the best game that we've had thus far. Like they showed no flaws. They executed well. So that's why they were able to beat Callaway yesterday. And then for the Brandon game, which has probably been the best game we've had so far between Parklane and Brandon, just two great teams, man, duking it out until the last minute. I think that was like a 4-point victory for Brandon, the 300 win for that head coach over there. So I think what you're going to see today is two teams that are not really down on themselves because they understand that they played well. They just didn't come out with the victory. Both teams are really good defensively. Callaway showed great athleticism, which we would expect. Parklane really good with their pressure. They have a great athlete in Carlyle Carruth for Parklane Academy. She can score in bunches, and so that's going to be Callaway's task if they want to be successful here today.
Talk about Carlyle Carruth, starting since the 7th grade, a dandy dozen, and you don't see too many sophomore dandy dozens these days, but if things are going to work for Parklane, like you said, they're going to have to run through Carlyle. Meanwhile, for Callaway, I mean, you have two championship programs right here. They both have been around. They know what it takes to win. So this could be one of our best games of the first of these 2 days here at the Mississippi Scoreboard Classic, brought to you by Community Bank.
And I think it will, and I think it's a great opportunity for what Hayes and what we're doing here with the Classic, man, to showcase not just great teams, but great players. And if you've never seen, like, Carlyle Carruth play, you've never seen Parklane play, you're going to see an excellent player and an excellent program that may not get the eyes that they normally get. They're going to get it right now.
All right, well, we're set for the opening tip. Let's get those starting lineups really quick as the ball bounces off the referee on the opening tip. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Right off the dome. That's pretty good.
There's Carlyle Carruth. She's one of the starters. We got number 5, Leigh Jackson, number 22, Zoe Alford, number 15, Lexi Lott, and then number 35, Anna Sawyer. That's for Parklane. Then for Callaway, you have number 3, Layla Cook, number 4, Trinity Cook, number 11, Erin Washington, number 13, Shelbie Walker, and number 20, Layla Ba. Three-pointer on the way by Carruth. No good. Offensive rebound by Leigh Jackson. I don't know how she got up there and got one, but at least to a Parklane bucket.
Yeah, Carruth with the first bucket of the game, and like you can see, she's not gunshot, man. If she has a look, she has been told to let it fly.
All right, here come the Chargers, and again, Jackson forcing another loose ball, but this time Callaway comes away with it. There's Trinity Cook, a little hesitation, and gets it to go, and we're tied at 2.
Yeah, Trinity Cook was their motor in the last game. She was also their leading scorer, so they're going to need that and more from her if they're going to pull off the upset right now.
Callaway applying some pressure at the half court. Lott over to Carruth now. Carruth back over to Jackson, has the ball deflected. Jackson has it in amongst the trees, and the foul is called.
Yeah, Callaway just trying to set up their defense and set the tempo, honestly. They're starting off in a zone defense, but as you can tell, they're stretching it out. It's very aggressive, and so they're trying to set the tone and tempo on this side of the court.
Now that foul was on Shelbie Walker. Stays with the Pioneers. Jackson drops it down underneath, and the extended aura, Layla Ba, the senior, with the rejection, averaging 12 points per game, 7 rebounds, only had 1 point in yesterday's defeat. They're going to need a little more from her today as Trinity Cook is cooking, and it's 4-2 Chargers.
Right on cue, man. Again, she started off the same way in yesterday's game. They're going to need that.
And now Parklane getting sloppy with it at midcourt. Callaway wreaking havoc on the defensive end, and here comes Trinity Cook again, sizing up the defender, and Callaway will get into its offense. Washington into Bay, can't get it to go, gets her own rebound and puts it in. Layla Ba has the Chargers a 6-2 lead.
Layla Ba has such great touch and feel around the rim, especially in the paint. So the deeper she sets up, the more efficient she is.
All right, ball goes into hands of Carruth. There's Zoe Alford, and she loses a handle. Now she's on the floor. She gets it back, and let's see if the Pioneers can reset. The Callaway defense has been disruptive early on. Three-pointer no good. Carruth comes flying in for the offensive rebound and the putback.
Yeah, man, you got to locate her at all times. You must. If you don't, she's going to make you pay every single time. She's already efficient, so she doesn't need much to have an impact.
Washington slings it over to Bay, and that one goes through her hands.
What I mean by that, you can't give her extra opportunities. Even if you give her 10 to 12 chances all game, she's going to be a 50% shooter. So every time you give her extra looks, she's just going to make you pay every single time.
We got Keani Turner checking into the game for Shelbie Walker. Turner, number 25 for the Callaway Chargers. The weak side has been open for the Pioneers against that trap defense from Callaway, but they can't get a three-pointer to fall. Rebound to Alicia Cook.
Callaway doing a better job of rebounding defensively early on compared to yesterday's game.
Trinity wanted a foul. Her coach wanted a foul, but not given. Here comes Lay Jackson. Swings it over in the corner for Carruth. No good. That one's poked out, but a foul is going to be called on Keani Turner.
And I'm just telling you, man, I don't care how many shots she misses. If Carruth gets that look, she's got to take that shot. And she knows. She's got the confidence and the skill set to continue to take those.
Entering the ballgame for Callaway, number 2, Amiyah Taylor.
Amiyah Taylor checking into the game for Callaway as Trinity Cook will take a seat. She had 15 points, Trinity Cook did, in yesterday's defeat. Her career high is 31, so when she gets going, she can really turn it up.
Parklane showing good patience working against this zone.
And now they get a wide open look from Lay Jackson. No good. Carruth, that's the toughest thing about being in a zone is the defensive rebounding. And that's going to lead to some free throws from Carruth as she was able to get the offensive board and get a shot.
First foul on number 3, Alicia Cook. That's her third team foul.
As I'm sure you heard from the announcer, that foul is on Alicia Cook. And Carruth wastes no time shooting that free throw, gets a go 6-5.
Yeah, kind of what I expected to start things off. We're about halfway through the opening quarter. Teams feeling each out a bit. It's like I said, man, yesterday, even though both teams lost, they played really well. So I knew that it wouldn't be a contest where somebody was going to get away from each other early. If you're liking this to a boxing match, it's like they're feeling each other out with jabs right now.
All right, Trinity Cook back into the game. Amiyah Taylor to inbound as Erin Washington takes the seat for the Chargers. .426 to go here in this first quarter. In the penultimate game in the Mississippi Scoreboard Classic, brought to you by Community Bank. Second of 2 days here at Jackson Prep. Alicia Cook now into the corner. And a mishandle by Taylor. They're on the floor, and it is Alicia Cook who comes up with it. No shot clock, got nothing to worry about. Make sure you get a good look.
Callaway showing far greater patience offensively than they showed yesterday, too. They were a lot of up and down, ripping and running, taking bad shots. So much more patient.
Trying to get one in to Layla Ba, but Carruth is playing good defense there. Unfortunately, she's called for a foul for Parklane. 6-6, 3:42 to go here in the first quarter.
Now, that's the one thing that Parklane can't have. They can't have Carruth getting in foul trouble. She's way too vital.
Look like Trinity Cook had an opportunity there after the inbounds pass, and then she is going to put up a tough jumper. That one's no good. And the rebound goes down to Anna Sawyer, the senior Southern Miss softball commit. Got to play multiple sports, Ray Coleman.
Absolutely.
Multiple sports. Oh, that one's taken away. Good defense by Layla Ba, making her presence felt early on in this contest here at Jackson Prep.
You see what I mean, man? Callaway is tenacious on the defensive end, speeding up the tempo of Parklane.
Keani Turner gives it to Amiyah Taylor. The senior had 2 points yesterday. Turner's got to look, but the scouting report must say she can't hit the three, and now she turns it over. Lay Jackson has been tenacious on defense, drives and draws a foul.
I like the way she kept the defender on her heels, downhill in transition, forcing her to make the move first. Strong finish, 2-point opportunity.
That's her second, fourth team foul.
Meanwhile, that's a second foul on Taylor. Not the way you want to start a game. It's funny how quiet the gym gets during the free throw.
We were talking about it earlier, man, in the first game. It's a noon game. Not a lot of folks here to start things off, and it was so quiet. It's almost weird to have these young ladies come in, and, you know, they're used to hearing noise of some sort.
Right.
And all they hear is dead silence when they shoot the free throw.
I was like, man, it's like that's more distracting than people yelling.
Exactly.
Hear a pin drop in here. And Jackson, she's been everywhere so far for the Lady
Non-stop,
Pioneers.
man. It's awesome to watch her move for sure.
She might be the shortest girl on the floor, but she's playing with the most heart right now. And then a charge. No, we're going to call a blocking foul.
It's the right call. The defensive player was there in time, but she kind of took the bump from the side. And so, therefore, that's what leads to the foul. And that should be an and one. Yeah, that should be an and one.
So Lexi Lott tried to get there. It's a block.
That's her first, second team foul. Entering the ballgame rather for Callaway, number 22, Kel McClendon. Alicia Cook to the line to shoot in one.
All right, so here's Alicia Cook. Got the bucket to go. Let's see if she can convert the 3-point opportunity. And she can't, but I think we've got a lane violation on Callaway. And it'll go back to Parklane.
Yep, a little early step in there. Still gives Callaway the opportunity to set up their half-court, three-quarter court trap, which is what they're about to do right now.
Callaway gets a stop. Parklane already going deeper into the bench in the first 6.5 minutes today than they did the entirety of yesterday. Just played 6 players yesterday. Oh, good look. Down low.
Great look. Great look. That is great anticipation on that pass, too. Knowing and trusting your teammate will be in that spot.
Shelbie Walker dropping a dime, and Callaway has the largest lead of the game for the Chargers. It's 10-6. Carruth in the corner. She's been quiet so far, but she finds Lott underneath the block. Sawyer gets a second chance opportunity. Can't get it to go. Got someone open. There's Carruth for 3. She gets it. It's 10-9.
All she needs is a sliver of daylight, man. She gets any breathing room. She is lethal.
Great job by Sawyer to keep it alive, as well as Lexi Lott.
1 minute remaining in the quarter.
Here's Alicia Cook looking for an opening, go driving baseline. Not there. Now going into Turner. That ball is deflected. Shelbie Walker has it back. Here's Trinity Cook. 45 seconds to go here in this first quarter. 10-9 Callaway over Parklane. Head fake. Cook driving, draws the foul, and she's going to go to the free throw line. Lay Jackson with the foul.
Cook, Nia Cook that is, knows how to play the angle so well. So explosive, just a simple pump fake to get a little bit of an advantage on the defender. Gets an easy 2-shot opportunity.
Three team fouls on Parklane, 4 on Callaway. Is a free throw no good.
Returning to the floor for Callaway, number 11, Erin Washington.
Erin Washington coming back into the game for the Callaway Chargers. While Alicia Cook will take a seat. Senior Trinity Cook trying to convert one of these 2 free throws. And she can. It's 11-9.
Trinity Cook shoots 1 of 2 from the line.
Again, you see that made basket allows them to set up that press.
Here's Zoe Alford wide open at the top of the key, buries the 3, and Parklane, just like that, is a 12-11 lead.
That's the first person not named Carlyle Carruth to score for Parklane.
Dangerous pass there. Lucky for Callaway, that was deflected because Lexi Lott was coming in hot. She was ready to pick that one off. 8 seconds to go. Not a lot of urgency here for Callaway. 3 on the way, and it is good. And right before the horn, Mikhail McClendon buries the 3. The freshman gives Callaway a 14-12 lead at the end of the first quarter. Ray Coleman, what'd you think of that first quarter?
I liked it. First and foremost, I think this may be the best game that we've had thus far. And I know it's early, but both of these teams are really comfortable with the flow and the tempo that's going on. No one has backed down yet. The stars are playing like stars. This is what you want to come and see when you have a showcase. 2 really good teams stepping up to the plate, testing their mettle.
Got to make up for some sponsors that I missed. My first game, I haven't seen the sheet sitting here. Let me shout out William Carey University for the free throw sponsor. With over 90 undergraduate degree programs, students can pursue their passions across a wide range of fields, from healthcare and education to business, the arts, sciences, and ministry. William Carey University, a Christian university. And we're in a timeout, technically. So that one's brought to you by Tatum & Wade PLLC, serious lawyers who get serious results. With over 30 years of combined experience, they aggressively represent their clients while giving every case the personal attention it matters. This is a Mississippi Scoreboard Classic brought to you by Community Bank. We're here at Jackson Prep in Flowood, and Callaway's got a 14-12 lead over Parklane Academy. 2 defending champions in their own right from a year ago. Callaway won the 6A state championship in the MHSAA, while Parklane won the overall tournament in the MAIS.
Callaway lost a ton of players from that championship squad, but you can still see that the tenacity and the expectation for greatness is still there. So that part is ingrained in the program now. Good look inside.
Amiyah Taylor feeds it in to Shelbie Walker, and Walker gets it to go, and Callaway's got a 16-12 lead. So it's nice. You bury the 3 at the buzzer. You get the ball to start the second quarter, and you get another bucket. And just like that, their lead is 4. Jackson driving baseline. Carruth finding all sorts of attention. Good pass inside. Third chance opportunity for Anna Sawyer. And she'll go to the free throw line. Way to stay with it.
Yeah, the thing that I appreciate about Carlyle Carruth is that she knows that all eyes are on her. So as she's making her move to the rim, eyes are up so she can find that open teammate. So everybody needs to be paying attention, if you're Parklane, to where she's going, because she can get you an open look. She makes so much of the defense focus on her.
All right, this first free throw brought to you by William Carey University, and it is no good by Anna Sawyer. No team really shooting very well from the stripe right now. And
I can tell you, neither coach appreciates that. You spend enough time in practice on that, you got to make them.
And as I can tell you, as a University of Memphis alum, the free throws matter.
Sounds like a scorned tiger right there, man.
2008 lives rent-free in my mind.
Yeah.
It's her second personal foul. First team foul in the second quarter.
All right, so Maddie Rayborn is going to check in for Lexi Lott. Short rotation Parklane usually uses. Rayborn being that key player off the bench. The rest of the starters pretty much stay in the whole game. Callaway trying to break the press. And they do it with success. Bucket by Shelbie Walker, cleaning up the mess. And Callaway's up 18-13.
Callaway has a clear advantage on the inside offensively.
Ruth. Here's Zoe Alford. She's in trouble now and draws a foul. Maybe got bailed out a little bit. Shelbie Walker was there on the baseline. She's called for the foul.
Shelbie didn't have to reach right there. That's the one thing that gave her away. She had the cutoff point, so they had the ball handler trapped. She just got to keep her hands to herself there.
Callaway extending the pressure well beyond the three-point line. Again, Jackson driving. Three-pointer on the way. Alford no good, and great box out by Shelbie Walker.
That's a seal right there, my man. That's the way you do it. Textbook.
Here comes Amiyah Taylor. Back over to Walker. Taylor calling for it. She's got the smaller Lay Jackson on her. Now they're going in. Carruth can't do anything against Layla Ba.
My man, that's textbook high-low. I'm just telling you, this team is well coached. Well coached. Coach Wells doing your thing over there in Callaway.
Quickly inside. Now Jackson, deflection taken away. Alicia Cook has it. And Jackson is down. And we've got a timeout on the floor. She looks all right.
Yeah, got to give her a second. She took a nasty spill, had a player fall over her. So we got to give her a second. Referees did the right thing there by just taking an official timeout to let her be looked after.
So Lexi Lott's going to come in for Jackson as Jackson shakes it off, trying her best to stay in, but needs to come out. 20-13 Callaway, 5:56 to go in the second quarter. Parklane really struggling to get anything going offensively. The looks are just difficult. And like you said, Ray, the size is causing a problem. The length is everywhere for the Chargers on the floor right now.
And they're communicating well and shifting. So when one person gets out of position, their teammate is there to back them up.
3 on the way, well short by Erin Washington. That one is going to go out of bounds to Stowe Parkway.
That might be the first bad shot that they've taken in this quarter for sure. And it's not a bad shot. She was just out of rhythm. If she was in rhythm, it would have been an okay shot.
Parklane having to deal with this pressure, especially on a shorter rotation. If you can wear them out, that can become even more of an advantage.
And I'll tell you what else, that'll get them out of that zone. If they can start making some more longer range shots, that will help pull Callaway out of that zone, but you got to make shots.
All right, let's go to Torshita Jackson with an update.
Hey, Callaway is very high energy. I mean, from the bench to the court. And even though this score is only 7 points, Callaway definitely is controlling the tempo.
Yeah, thanks, Torshita. That's exactly what Ray was talking about, too. Now it's at the Parkland. How can you find some openings there in the Callaway defense to get a basket? Because Callaway is just slowly taking control of this game.
Well, first thing we got to do is get one set play for Carruth. You do that, she's probably going to make it because she's a 50% or better shooter. You do that, again, you can make all the eyes focus on her, and then she can set up other players for success. But you got to get something going for her in this next set. I don't know if we had a little popcorn on the floor or what. The referee's kicking some things to the side.
Someone's snacks falling out. Come on, man. Keep it in the bag. And another deflection. Alicia Cook tips it away. Here's Amiyah Taylor. Transition. Not the best shot attempts. Lexi Lott comes down with it, and then we're going to get a jump ball, but possession will be Parklane.
That was just at a bad angle. Like I said, right idea. I like the idea of kind of forcing it at this point, but you got to have a better angle to get that shot attempt.
Alford surveying. Here's Carruth. She is met with help every time she drives baseline, and that shot right there, a product of just the relentless pressure of the Callaway defense. Nice Euro step by Carruth. That was incredible. What a shot.
I said it, man. She only needs a sliver of daylight, and even if she does it, she can make something happen. Oh. You got to get her to rock early in a possession.
That also just symbolizes how difficult it's been for Parklane to get any looks here in the second quarter. That shot's no good, and there's Lott again with the rebound. Another jump ball. This one will go to Callaway.
This is Callaway's type of game. I'm telling you, they want you to mix it up a little bit. They love the physical play because they have the size advantage. So right now, the momentum absolutely belongs to the Callaway Lady Chargers.
Erin Washington at the scorer's table, not going to be able to check in just yet. And that ball is taken away. Great defense by Anna Sawyer. Here comes Alford. She's got Carruth that goes right back inside. Anna Sawyer, what a look. It's 20-17.
Man, let me tell you, I'm all about great scoring, but I absolutely love great passers. And Carlyle Carruth is the best passer in this game, keeping her team close.
All right, Coach Wells does not look very happy right now. Our girls have built a 7-point lead, and now they've given it away a little bit. Parklane back within 3. Talk things over. What do you think she's talking to her Charger team about right now?
sticking with the game plan. She, more than anything, I could kind of read her lips. She said they're just tired. And so she knows that if they get tired, that's going to lead to sloppy play. So let them catch their breath and remind them that, hey, let's keep them playing our style. Let's keep it in a half-court game. We're doing the best when we're half-court offensively. Defensively, let's just cause chaos and keep the ball out of the hands of Carruth in the half-court set. She's going to make tough shots. We've been talking about that all game. So don't worry about this. She's going to be a great player. She is a great player. But when you can, limit her shot opportunity, and that way we can get out in transition when we need to. So far, so good, though, for the Callaway Chargers.
This timeout brought to you by Tatum & Wade, PLLC, serious lawyers who get serious results. With over 30 years of combined experience, they aggressively represent their clients while giving every case the personal attention it deserves. Meanwhile, for Parklane, what do you think Coach Rutland is trying to share with her girls as they come out of this timeout?
If I had to take a guess, she's imploring them to box out. They're giving up way too many second chance opportunities, right? And the other thing is they have to get into a set to get the ball into Carruth. She can't bring it up. She can't, be the primary ball handler at all times. She has to conserve that energy for creation in the half court. So she probably reminded them, let's get into our sets. She feels that they can be better when they do that.
Quick inbounds. Parklane, not a lot there for Carruth, and she traveled. She leads all scorers right now with 11 points. Trinity Cook leads Callaway with 5, but it's been very well spread out for the Chargers as they have this 3-point lead. Lexi Lott has been everywhere on the defensive glass. There's a deflection right there. It'll stay with Callaway with 3:40 to go in the second quarter.
Good to see Lay Jackson back in the game after taking that nasty spill. She's tough. I'm glad to see her back on the floor.
And she had to come out a couple minutes ago. Don't really know what happened, but sometimes you hit this hardwood and just nothing about it feels good.
Yeah, you just need a minute.
Now we're going into Layla Ba.
Good help, D.
Good help, but recovers, and there's Alicia Cook. It's 22-17.
That was good help side defense by Parklane, but even better offense and cutting towards the basket by Cook.
Carruth swings it over to Lay Jackson. She's been a menace defensively. Just turned it over a few times. Able to drop it off here to Anna Sawyer. And the senior will go to the line for 2 free throws brought to you by William Carey University.
And this is why Lay Jackson has to be on the court. She can be the primary ball handler. You don't want Carlyle Carruth, at least in this game, at the top of the key. You want her to be behind the defense where they have to constantly spin their heads to locate her. If she's at top of the key, it's easy for 5 people to guard her, quite frankly. Put her on the baseline, let Lay Jackson be the primary ball handler, and now you can create opportunities.
All right, first free throw, no good by Sawyer. Second one goes. It's 22-18. Chargers in front. Amiyah Taylor over to Alicia Cook. Taylor at the top of the key. Gets a screen. Good look, no good. Offensive rebound and a putback by Keontae Turner.
That's where the trouble is coming for Parklane. They're not boxing out. They're allowing way too many second shot opportunities.
Quickly in transition, Rayborn tries to get in to Sawyer, and that one is deflected away as Rayborn tried to save it, and it will go to Callaway.
Hayes Collins going to have to give my man some hazard pay down there on camera. Camera 3, 4. Which one is that, Hayes? Camera 3 going to get hazard pay after this one, man. Let's go.
I just sent out a newsletter for my full-time job, and there was something about OSHA in there.
Come on, man.
Incident reporting. You got to have it in by February 1st. Post it through April. Hashtag the more you know. Taylor can't get it to go. And there's Rayborn with the rebound. Crossing over. Has a pocket pick, but Jackson picks it up, and then she loses it. Let's go back to Callaway.
Things getting a little sloppy here for both sides. Part of that is just fatigue kicking in, to be quite frank. They got to catch their breath. Take a deep breath and understand you got 2 minutes left to execute. You're not going to get 4 or 5 possessions. If you play it right, you won't get 4 or 5 possessions, maybe 1 or 2. So just make those 2 possessions the best ones that you can.
Callaway keeps on bringing in reinforcements as Mikhail McClendon checks back into the game. Carruth tried to come up with a steal, and now Callaway's at an advantage. Parklane recovers, and Callaway will set their offense.
Smart.
Oh, Trinity Cook had a good look, no good. And there's Lexi Lott with the rebound.
First of all, number 25, Dionne Turner.
So that is the second team foul.
Yeah. Fouls reset at the end of each quarter. Dionne Turner for Callaway out there with 3 fouls. So is Shelbie Walker. So if Parklane can take advantage of these foul opportunities, maybe get to the free throw line, they just got to knock them down.
Yep.
Empty possession here. Here come the Chargers. Here's Cook. Now Alicia. Turner can't handle it. The pass was a little out in front of her, and got another jump ball. This will go to Parklane.
It will be Parklane basketball.
Yeah, again, things just getting sloppy. So, again, you're having like multiple possessions, but they don't really count because nothing's coming out of it. This is what I mean. You got to slow down, back it out, even if you just hold the ball for 20 seconds and let everybody get a breather, because that's really what all they need. But the coaches don't want to use timeouts right now.
Tanisha Stokes into the game for Callaway. She's number 0. Lay Jackson dribbling into trouble. She's trying to dribble out of it. Here's Alford. She's got a good look for 3. Coming in hot. A little too much momentum on that one. Off the backboard. Got another jump ball. As Coach Wells tried to call a timeout.
I can tell you this. One thing I appreciate, these ladies are not afraid to get on the floor. Go get it.
Returning to the floor for the
Can't end the year on a loss, right, Coleman?
Can't do it. Won't do it.
Got to go into 2026 with some positive vibes. Plus, you can't lose 2 games in 2 days. No one wants to do that
man,
either.
nobody wants to do that. Practice will be miserable the next day.
You think they'll have them out there practicing tomorrow?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
This is what you get for losing 2 games in 2 days.
Yep.
You are practicing on New Year's Eve. Callaway's up 26-18 now. Everything just so difficult for Parklane right now. Here's an easy look for Lay Jackson. Got to have it. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound. Flying in there. And she's going to go to the free throw line.
Love the effort, man. Good things happen when you follow your shot because you're the one person that they're not accounting for in boxing out. Depending on your play style, wow, 4th personal foul. That's no bueno.
No good indeed for the senior. See how that impacts Callaway's rotation in the 3rd and 4th quarters. First free throw by Jackson, good. Parklane needed that. The points that they've missed and then have left at the free throw line, they're going to wish they had going into the second half. They're down 7 right now. Let's see if she can get both, and nothing but net on both of them. It's 26-20.
16 from the line.
Now, Ray, you've talked about slowing it down. No one seems to want to be slowing it down.
No, nobody cares what I'm talking about, man.
That layup no good, and this is exactly what Parklane needs. Maybe a fast break opportunity. Carruth in transition, the lefty. It's all parts of the rim, but it won't go down. 15 seconds left. Here's Trinity Cook. She's got a one-on-one with Anna Sawyer, pulls up and hits it, 28-20.
That's the first under control shot that any of them have had in quite a while.
Here's Carruth, time winding down, 3 seconds. Mid-range J, no good, and that will bring us to halftime. Callaway, 28, Parklane, 20. Let's go to Torchetta, who is going to have a coach for us here at halftime.
It looks like she'll be getting the Parklane Academy head coach.
Vicki Rutland walking over, waiting for her to take the mic, and we'll hear from the Parklane Academy head coach.
Coach, high pressure game, lot going on, very up tempo. How do you keep your team composed during a game like this?
Well, we just preach that you got to have 3 C's: composure, consistency, and confidence. And this is another one of those games where we need that. We're so happy to be in this tournament and have this kind of a challenge because it's only going to help us moving forward. Just like our ball game yesterday with Brandon, we love playing quality teams. And we just need to finish a little bit better down here. We're taking some of the right shots. They're just not falling. But I think we're battling as hard as we can, being undersized the way we are. And we just need to keep on being physical, keep on battling, and hopefully run them out a little bit in transition. Right now, they're not showing any signs of slowing down. Callaway's not. But hopefully in the second half, we can wear them down a little bit more and our shots will start falling.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, y'all. That's halftime. Callaway up 28-20 on the Parklane Academy Lady Pioneers. We're going to take a quick break. You've been watching the Mississippi Scoreboard Classic, brought to you by Community Bank.
How's the old house search going?
Buying a house is hard.
Oh, you tried getting help from real people?
Not yet.
Here, give Jim a call. His dad helped our family years ago.
That'll be $22.50. I got this.
Oh, that was fast. Can you leave a tip on there too?
Mm-hmm.
Some things have changed over the years, but our commitment to personalized service isn't one of them. Community Bank, committed to being there for over 120 years.
Left center field, Hendon waits for it. He's got it. William Carey is back to the MAIS World Series. They win it 11-4. William Carey finishes the regular season 15-3, winning it here at home 78-70. The Crusaders are conference champions.
At Community Bank, we're not just bankers.
That's what I'm talking about, yes.
We're part of the community just like you. So whether you're opening your first account,
Congratulations.
or taking ballet, we're committed to our community.
All right, welcome back to the Mississippi Scoreboard Classic, brought to you by Community Bank. We are here at Jackson Prep in Flowood. Halftime between Callaway and Parklane Academy. Callaway with a 28-20 lead at the break. Carlyle Carruth leading the Patriots with 11 points. Meanwhile, Trinity Cook leading Callaway with 7 points. Ray, we've talked about it, but for those who are just joining us, what have you noticed from this game with Callaway with an 8-point lead?
First things first, great first half by both teams. Taking each other's best shot, making adjustments on the fly. These are two really good teams that are going to have postseason success, in my personal opinion. For Callaway, they brought the pressure. They understand they have the athletic advantage, and they brought the pressure on both ends, really. Defensively, trap pressure was phenomenal. Offensively, they attacked the rack and got the ball inside where they have that size advantage, and that's the reason that they have this lead. For Parklane, they're in the right place. Yeah. They just have to do a better job of getting it to their star player. And I know you say, well, that's easy, just put it in her hands. Well, it's not. You don't want to give her the ball at the top of the key because that allows the defense to just focus in on her and never have to really work for it. Put her on the baseline, put Lay Jackson at the top of the key, and then she can run baseline. She can kind of hide behind some of those defenders, making it that much more difficult. When she has clean looks, she'll make the shot. She's shown you that. But they have to find better ways, more creative ways of getting her the ball and scoring opportunities.
Yeah, Coach Rutland was saying at halftime that they need to play with composure, consistency, and confidence. They seem pretty much all three. It's just the looks haven't been there. And, of course, that pressure has been at times overwhelming and has led to turnovers and forced shots and rush shots and kind of getting them out of their rhythm.
And that's something that we talk about all the time. You know, Toshida was talking about this on the previous broadcast. Even when you're running full court trap and press, the objective is to, yes, turn the ball over, but it's more importantly to speed you up. And even if you don't turn the ball over, you're so out of sorts that it's hard for you to get back into your rhythm. That's what Callaway has done to Parklane. What their coach is saying is slow it down, keep doing what you're doing, but do it under a controlled pace. It's what I was saying in those last 2 minutes, that these teams just need to dial it back a bit because you're taking the opportunity from yourself to get quality shots.
Yeah, for sure. We're waiting on Coach Wells to come out of the locker room. Torshida is going to interview her with her thoughts as her team has a 28-20 lead on Parklane Academy. Been a great 2 days of basketball. This is my first game. This is not Ray's first game.
No.
How many games you had, Ray?
Been putting in work. This is number 4 of 6.
4 of 6. Nice.
Or 5 of 6. I don't know. I've lost count. I've been here. They know. You've seen me.
So it's been a great event. Hayes Collins has obviously done a lot for me with Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, our Red Zone style high school football show. We're dabbling in basketball, trying to expand it and expand their capabilities. And this is a perfect way to do that. Just that thing. 8 games over 2 days. And we've had a really good one here with Callaway being the defending champion in 6A in the MHSAA, and then the defending overall champ, Parklane Academy, led by Carlyle Carruth. Got some youth on that team as well. And this is just a good, these kind of games are just good at, figuring out who you are, what you can work on, what you can expect out of yourselves as you go forward.
It's the perfect time of the year to do it, too. These classics kind of like a mid-year break. You can kind of reset knowing what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are and work on those. Nobody wants to lose a game, but if you're going to, at least do it in an environment where you can showcase your skills and work on those things that you really care about that are going to propel you in the second half of the season.
So Callaway is coming out onto the floor to get warmed up for this second half, and Torshida is waiting for Coach Wells to come on by, and she's coming out of the locker room, and we're going to go to Torshida now with Coach Wells.
Coach, up 8 points coming out of the half. Your team was high energy the whole first half. How do you keep that energy going?
We told them just keep doing what we was doing, playing Callaway basketball. We had a rough game on yesterday, so today they came out with higher energy, so hopefully they keep it up when win this game.
How important is it for them to be able to push the ball, push the tempo today during this game?
Very important. That's the only way we'll win.
Thanks, Coach. Have a good second half.
Thanks, Torshida. Coach Wells not messing around. She locked in.
Yeah, she's ready to go.
This dub, and it'll be a good win, especially coming off a loss yesterday. You want to end the year on a win, have a good feeling in that locker room as you get ready for district play, and then eventually, hopefully, maybe another run at a gold ball for a state championship for Callaway. So getting ready for this one. Clock ticking down as Parklane comes back out of the locker room. That must have been an inspired speech as they're just now coming out.
I know it was.
Not getting any shots up, ladies.
And listen, I think for Coach Wells, she probably didn't want that first half to end. When you have a young team and they're playing so well, you actually don't want the game to stop. Because now you got to worry about, hey, can they get themselves back up for third quarter action? Do they understand that we got to get that same intensity? We don't need to work up to it. We need to be there when the third quarter starts. So we'll see. If they come out with that same energy, they're going to be okay. But if not, there is a scorer on the other end who is lethal, and she will tie this game up in a hurry.
No doubt. Her name is Carlyle Carruth, and she's got 11 points for her Lady Pioneer squad. It's 28-20 in the third quarter underway here at Jackson Prep. And again, that pressure. Callaway ready to come with it. Alicia Cook matching up on Carlyle Carruth. Jackson Now into Alford. Alford finds Carruth on the wing. You got to have it. That's a good look. It's in rhythm. Just can't get it to go. But there's Lay Jackson. She's been everywhere, Ray Coleman. Literally everywhere.
I would run that same set again. That's the exact look that you want. If you notice, Carruth got her shot attempt on the baseline, elbow 3 style. That will show you that she's behind the defense and they can't spot her.
There's Jackson. They were setting it up right now. Here's Alford. This is how they got it set up last time, except Alford's going to take a shot. That's no good. Anna Sawyer's there. That's no good. Just really good looks for Parklane, but like Coach Rutland said at the half, just not getting them to fall.
Yeah, they're doing the right things, though. I like that set. I would go back to it until Callaway shows that they have an answer for it.
Wilcher unguarded is like, okay, let me just pull up and knock it down, and she does just that. It's a 30-20 ball game. Callaway has the first points of the second half. Here comes Carruth. And they'll get a foul called as Alford drives in the paint.
Yeah, I like what Alford did there. Alford decided to, instead of taking that high percentage shot, which is in the paint, put it on the deck and get an even higher percentage. And because of that, that's the 4th personal foul now for Shelbie Walker.
Returning to the floor for Callaway, number 0, Tanisha Stokes.
Shelbie Walker has 4. I believe Kiani Turner has 4 for Callaway as well. This will be an inbounds here by Lexi Lott. There's Alford over to Carruth. Now Jackson. There's Alford. Jackson drives, dishes it off to Lott, and she's got it.
Drive and dish, man.
And the offense for Parklane looking pretty good here on these first 2 possessions. This time they got something to go.
There's nobody that can stay in front of Lay Jackson. They just got to remember that. Oh, that's a lapse.
And there's just literally no one standing in front of Layla Ba. Tallest player on the floor, standing wide open under the basket. It's 32-22.
That's the downside of gambling in a trap defense. Somebody can be open if you don't play it right.
Alford, strong take and bucket.
That's such a tough angle to make that layup, too. That shows the skill that young lady has to make it.
Here's Trinity Cook. Tanija Stokes trying to get it into Layla Ba, and she's got back-to-back buckets. That one was a lot tougher than the last one.
You want to talk about degree of difficulty. Those last 2 lay-ins were tough.
Alford trying to go back down the baseline again. This one, no good. Here comes Trinity Cook. That was a little wild. Carruth has a rebound. She's pushing the action. Driving all the way down the floor, drops it down.
Great pass
to Sawyer for the lay-in.
I'm telling
you, 34-26.
This young lady knows ball, man. She knows that all eyes are on her, and she can get her team easy buckets. She did so right there.
Cook came to a stop with her dribble in a very awkward spot. Stokes had a good chance at a layup. It's no good. We got a jump ball called, and it's going to stay with Callaway.
And that actually should have been a foul on Caston. She was out of control on the lay-in, and then she compounded that by going in and reaching. She's lucky she's got a jump ball instead of a foul.
Amiyah Taylor to inbound. There's Trinity Cook. Pull-up jumper, no good. Now Taylor has the ball back. Her jumper, no good. And we're going to get it over the back on Layla Ba. Came out of nowhere. And she draws a foul. It's going to be her second.
Sometimes you can be too aggressive on that offensive glass. When you are boxed out and there is a different colored jersey in front of you, unless you can get around them, don't try going through them. That's an unnecessary foul by Layla Ba. They need her to be on the floor.
Michaela McClendon is going to check back in for Callaway.
Callaway, number 22, McClendon.
Carruth surveying, leaves it up to Jackson. Let's see if Jackson tries to challenge Ba, and that challenge was accepted as the shot is rejected by Ba. Really no chance there.
Yeah, no deposits here today.
Except at Community Bank. They will take your deposits all day. Here's Amiyah Taylor. There's Ba again, and she's had a great quarter. 6 points for Ba in the quarter, and that's a timeout for Parklane. Vicki Rutland needs to talk it over as the lead for Callaway is 10.
Layla Ba, man, showing all the game. Inside game, in the high-low game, and now low outside mid-range jumper. Layla Ba putting on a show.
Not to mention the defensive prowess, the shot blocking. man, it just feels like Parklane has found a little more offensively, but goodness, Callaway still just owning all the momentum in this game. And now they back to a 10-point lead.
Well, they have definitely answered my question when I thought to myself, hey, they're a younger team. Will they come out and still have that same intensity? They absolutely have, man. They have answered the bell. They've come out still playing within the scheme, the game plan that Coach Wells wants them to play. And so that's why good things are happening here for them, and they have their biggest lead of the day so far.
Meanwhile, for Parklane, just like when it looked like their offense might have found something, doesn't really have much of an impact because the deficit is still at 10 with 4:27 to go in the third quarter. Got to come up with some stops defensively, and you got to make all your shots count. Like, you love Jackson and the effort, but you got to know when you're going up against Layla Ba that you're probably not going to win that one.
I love what they're doing offensively still, but it doesn't matter if you don't get stops. I have no doubt that if they can get this game close, they have the best scorer on the floor. That part is non-negotiable. But what they have to figure out is how can they get it to a closer game so that she can be the star of the show.
You see the Brandon Bulldogs walking into the building. They're going to be taking on the host school, Jackson Prep, in the final game of the Mississippi Scoreboard Classic presented by Community Bank. That timeout brought to you by Tatum and Wade, PLLC. Serious lawyers who get serious results with over 30 years of combined experience. They aggressively represent their clients while giving every case the personal attention it deserves. Lexi Lott throws one up. Again, Callaway, that defense on the interior is something to handle right now.
Man, they are playing so much better than they did yesterday. You heard Coach Wells talk about that too. Said they got beat up pretty good, probably were embarrassed a little bit too. But they have come out and they look like a completely different team.
The foul called at the pressure. Trinity Cook dribbling through the Pioneer defense.
Carlyle Carruth, that's her second.
It'll be on Carlyle Carruth, her second foul of the game.
Number 20, Layla Ba.
Played about halfway through the third quarter, and Carruth has no points here in the second half. Parklane was 6 as a team.
Floor number 11, Erin Washington.
All right, here is Alicia Cook to inbound. Deflected, but it stays with Callaway. Here comes Erin Washington, fresh off the bench. Now a wide open three on the way for the Chargers, and Amiyah Taylor knocks it down. It's 39-26, largest lead of the game for the Chargers.
Credit that assist to Layla Ba. Got court vision too.
Jackson saw Bay, was like, nah, I ain't going in there for seconds. Swing it out to Carruth. Here's Lott now to Alford. Alford breaks down a defender. There's Bay. Then the block by Washington. Here comes Trinity Cook in transition. Loses the handle. And we're going to get a travel.
Yeah, that's the right call. She was out of control. Had she did a proper gather, she probably could have drawn that foul. She should have stayed on the left side of the lane. She had a streaking teammate on the right side. She tried to go over to a dominant hand.
Here's Carruth. Looking for any opportunity. Bay swats it. Reminded of those old Sonic commercials. Don't you bring that weak Todd action.
It is.
Layla Ba everywhere defensively.
Man, it's tough to get a bucket. It really is. And that's what you want to see if you're Callaway. You want every possession to be hard for Parklane. Parklane's got to figure out a way right now to get an easy basket.
Lexi Lott to inbound in the corner. That's always a tough spot. Alford, top of the key for three. That just kind of symbolizes Parklane's second half so far. So close, yet so far. Cook over to Taylor, into Washington off her hands. That's going to be a turnover for the Chargers.
I like the play. I don't like the personnel that's down low on that one. Washington is more of a perimeter player. If you want to go inside, you got Layla Ba there for a reason. Be patient. Let her get to that spot, and then you can work.
All right, here comes Carruth, the Dandy Dozen sophomore. Been starting since 7th grade. This is Zoe Alford. She's an East Texas Baptist commit. Number 22. She has the ball now. A little hesitation.
Good move.
Gets past Bay and lays it in. That was a fantastic effort.
Man, that's patience. That's IQ. That's athleticism. That's everything for those 2 points.
Erin Washington slings it over to Alicia Cook, and she puts it up. 41-28. Carruth wasting no time Stops, and now she's blocked by Cook. Alford open for three. Big shot coming. She gets it to go. It's back to 10.
All right, she's starting to warm up a little bit. Now look over to her. She's starting to feel it a little bit. If she's getting open looks, you got to get her the ball.
All right, offensive foul, so Parklane will take that.
That's her first.
Amiyah Taylor called for her first foul.
Returning the floor for Callaway, number 0.
Alford now has 10 points for Parklane. Second on the team as Carruth still leads with 11. Layla Ba now with 10 points.
And Alford just drew that charge as well, so she's getting involved defensively. She's starting to have that sense of urgency and understanding that it's go time here late in the third quarter.
Callaway still applying pressure. They got an opportunity to beat that pressure. Lott can't handle the pass. Out to Jackson. Here's Carruth. Three on the way. This is big. No good. Bay can't handle it. And Parklane catches a break. They'll get to keep the ball.
That's a really good look. Alford being unselfish, giving up her three-ball opportunity to Carruth.
Oh,
take that one.
Here's Alford. Can she get another one? No. Knocked away. Jackson kicks it out to Carruth for three. Nothing but net. It's 41-34. It's a 7-point lead. Parklane cuts it to single digits.
It doesn't take much. The heat's starting to come on here for Parklane Academy.
Cold, chilly day outside of the gym here at Jackson Prep. And the Parklane defense nearly forces a turnover. Instead, it will be a free throw opportunity, I believe, for Tanisha Stokes.
First foul, number 15, Lexi Lott. That's her.
This free throw brought to you by William Carey University. With over 90 undergraduate degree programs, students can pursue their passions across a wide range of fields, from healthcare and education to business, arts, sciences, and ministry. William Carey University, a Christian university. All right, Keontae Turner coming back into the game as Layla Ba is probably going to sit out the rest of this third quarter. 1:09 to go in the third. Neither team really having much success from the free throw line. That one goes. Be quiet, TJ. 42-34. Jackson over to Alford. Nearly traveled. Here comes Carruth. Now she's in trouble. We got a jump ball that's going to go to Parklane.
Tie up on the floor. Give the Lady Pioneers basketball.
Now it gets into an interesting situation with Parklane. They play that short bench, usually just one sub. Callaway has many reinforcements. Yeah. Can Parklane keep the energy up, as that's a tough inbounds look. Tanisha Stokes has it taken away from Jackson. She's been everywhere. Anna Sawyer on the other end. It's good. 42-36. Here comes Parklane, and Jackson again with the steal. She's on the floor. Gets it to Carruth. She's fouled as she tries to go for a layup. Parklane turning it up here with 40 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, they are ratcheting up the pressure for sure. And because Callaway is in foul trouble, they're not able to have the size advantage anymore. Now Parklane has that advantage, and they're going inside, making them pay.
Layla Ba checked out 30 seconds ago, and in those 30 seconds, Parklane has cut it to a 6-point lead, and they have the ball. Perhaps a three gets it to a one-possession game. Let's see what Parklane can do here. Instead, they turn it over. Lott's inbound pass taken away. Now Callaway has it. Alicia Cook taking on Lake Jackson. Got to be careful. You're going to Jackson, too. Trinity. Back out to Alicia. And they'll reset.
I like what she did there. She checked the clock, backed it out, understanding they can hold for a last shot.
All right, here's Turner. And she walks. Good defense there by Sawyer. She's got to get her out of position. So 7.6 seconds left here in the third quarter. Time for one more shot for Parklane, down 42-36. Here's Alford. Got to go fast. Jackson. Alford again, and she loses it. It's going to go out of bounds, and didn't seem to be a lot of urgency there. We're at 2.2.
I don't think she knew how much time was actually on the clock. She never looked up once.
All right, so now Callaway can steal a shot here at the end of the third quarter.
Entering the ball game, Tanijah Williams.
Tanijah Williams coming in. It's number 14 for Callaway, and then number 14 for Parklane, Maddie Rayburn is going to check back in. 2 seconds left. What can the Chargers do? Alicia Cook to inbound. There's Trinity. Pulls up from deep, and it is no good, and that is how the third quarter ends. And Callaway had a lead of 13 points. It is now back to 6 as Parklane has picked it up while Layla Ba was sitting on the bench. In the final 8 minutes, still anyone's ball game here at Jackson Prep in the Mississippi Scoreboard Classic presented by Community Bank. Ray Coleman.
Yes, sir.
What do you think?
I like it. Again, nothing has changed. I like the performance of both these teams. The good news for Callaway, whenever Coach Wells wants to, call it, she can bring in Shelbie Walker and Layla Ba. Shelbie Walker had 3 fouls, and so she held her out for most of that third quarter. They'll have the size advantage when both of them come back into the game. When they come back inside, they need to go down low and get many more shot opportunities down there for higher percentage baskets.
Let's say what Torshita Jackson has to say about this game as we go into the final 8 minutes.
Had a chance to talk to Brandon head coach Holly Moncrief during that third quarter, and she said, don't count Parklane out. Of course, they played Parklane yesterday, and she said, if Carruth or any of them get hot, this will be a totally different ball game. Callaway is definitely putting on the pressure, but Parklane made a little run at the end, so Coach Moncrief may be on to something.
Torshita, love the insight. Thanks for that. Yeah, Parklane had a lead against Brandon for a good bit of that game yesterday before Brandon was able to pull away. So, like Coach Moncrief said, don't sleep on Parklane in these final 8 minutes. It's anybody's ball game as they seem to figure a few things out. Just a matter of can they get quality looks and can they force some misses out of the Callaway Lady Chargers. As the Chargers will inbound here, Alicia Cook will be the inbounder to Trinity, and we are underway in the fourth quarter. Final 8 minutes of this ball game here at Jackson Prep. Erin Washington had 10 points in their defeat yesterday. And then, just as I was going to talk about that, Callaway turns it over, and that's exactly what you want if you're Parklane. Play with some composure
just like
here in this fourth quarter.
Callaway brings back Shelbie Walker with 4 fouls. I said 4 fouls.
Yep.
And Layla Ba, so they bring back their size advantage.
Now it's just a matter of staying out of foul trouble as Walker's in the middle of that zone. Carruth has that pass go right off the leg of Washington, picks it up. Here's Jackson. And there's Alford. Zoe Alford had a big third quarter. She's up to 10 points now. Pioneers being patient, working around the zone. Here's Sawyer underneath. It was there, but Walker shuts it down. They'll have to kick it back out. Carruth drives, drops it to Walker again. I don't know if that was deflected or not, but Callaway, a good defensive possession there.
It's just the size advantage they have. They force difficult shots. So even there where they didn't make contact with the ball, they forced a difficult shot. The size advantage is everything.
It looked like they had 2 good looks that were shut down by Walker, was able to just get there and disrupt. Now there's Walker throwing it down to Bay. She'll kick it down to Cook.
Great pass.
Great movement there by the Chargers. Walker to Bay to Cook. It's 44-36.
Listen, man, you don't need high flyers all the time to have a great game. This is great basketball IQ that you're seeing from the Callaway Lady Chargers.
Zoe Alford thought about it, and she sends it back over to Lott. There's Lay Jackson. Alford trying to set in the middle of that zone, comes back to the top, trying to find an opening. Jackson drives, gets around Walker, layup no good, tipped out by Sawyer. It's going to go to Callaway.
It's just there. Lay Jackson had the right idea getting into the teeth of the defense, but again, the size, the length is there to deter that shot.
Hot on Washington. Washington with Jackson right there with her, and Callaway somehow able to maintain possession as Jackson was looking for another steal. Callaway doesn't have to rush anything. 8-point lead, 5:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. Cook driving on Jackson. That one's going out of bounds, and it will go to Parklane.
I'd like to see Cook on that play give it up a little bit earlier. I know she's trying to get right to the rim, but she's got the size advantage again, so she can drop that off to either Bay or Walker, and good things will happen.
Here's Alford on the wing. She's pulling up for three, and that one is no good. They let her have it. We're going to get a jump ball, so it'll stay with Parklane. Way not to give up on it after Alicia Cook came down with the rebound. Amiyah Taylor and Keani Turner checking back in for Callaway as Erin Washington and Layla Ba take a seat. Jackson over to Lott. Carruth driving, working her way inside, and draws a foul. And if that's on Walker, that's her fifth.
Personal foul on number 13.
And it is. So Shelbie Walker is going to have to sit out the rest of this game. That was her 15th foul. And Layla Ba coming right back in with 5:20 to go in the fourth quarter. A huge moment in this game for both Callaway and Parklane.
Yeah, that's huge. That kind of equalizes the size down low. Layla Ba is going to have to be a major factor on the defensive end, and there you see it.
Carruth to Alford, back to Carruth. It's 44-38. Parklane bringing the pressure. Jackson with the steal. Alford looking for a shot, and it's in and out. Wrapped around the rim. Parklane still bringing the pressure.
Got to get your head up. There you go.
Trinity Cook down low to, might have been some miscommunication there because Alicia Cook was wide open, but then Bay let it go. And Parklane thankful for that, as it looked like they had an easy bucket waiting for him on the other end.
Yeah, just miscommunication. Should have been 2 points, but instead, Parklane has an opportunity to cut into this deficit even more.
Thought Carruth was about to fire one there. Here's Lott over to Jackson. Zone defense effective. Got Carruth in the corner, but the Callaway defense forces a turnover, but I think we're getting an offensive foul. We are. The steal by Cook. But then she extended that arm, and Alford may have sold it a little bit. Either way,
but that's all it takes.
Got to do. Get that arm extended. That's an easy call.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a Derrick Henry stiff arm. It just has to be contact of pushing, and then you sell it. You do your job and let the refs do theirs.
You see what Derrick Henry did, that poor Packers defender, man. He stiff-armed him and sent him 15 yards down the field.
Quite crazy.
It was offensive.
It's amazing that both of those were men playing in the NFL. I agree.
There's Jackson, drives and gets it to go around Bay. No fear. Got swatted earlier, takes it right at the 6-foot senior.
I love the idea of continuing to go in that paint. Don't worry about it.
And now there's Alford forcing a loose ball, and it's going to stay with Callaway. But hey, Parklane only down 4. This is the closest they've been since early in the second quarter.
This is when you can start to see championship medal. Like I said, you can't really do anything when it's a 15-point game and you need your stars to be effective possession by possession. But now you can get that ball to your stars and watch them work.
A quick, dull moment, 4:04 on the clock, 44-40. Love all the 4s and 0s. Driving, a wild layup attempt, but a foul. It's going to be called on Lexi Lott.
Respect to Cook and understanding that, hey, we need a bucket. And if I'm not going to make it, I can at least get fouled by going to the rim. Opportunity for 2.
Big free throws here for Trinity Cook. First one, good. She's got 10 points. Second Callaway player in double figures, Layla Ba with the other 10. She got 6 real quick back in the third quarter. That free throw no good. Follows it up. And we are going to get an out-of-bounds call, and it is going to stay with Callaway. You can see her watching that ball as it hit the rim. She's like, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Goes after it. No one there to put a body on her, and she's able to get back for Callaway.
Following your shot, you must do it. Again, the shooter is the one person that a lot of times is not accounted for, so she had the right play in her mind. Let me go chase after it and see if I can make something happen.
All right, so we got a full timeout. That one is going to be brought to you by Tatum & Wade PLLC. Serious lawyers who get serious results with over 30 years of combined experience. They aggressively represent their clients while giving every case the personal attention it deserves. Torshida, what are you seeing right now as we get halfway through this fourth quarter?
A lot of activity down here on the Callaway bench. Coaches sending quite a few players in and out, subbing, getting a few minutes of rest here or there. And Parklane seems to be using that kind of transition to make a run. I love the way that Parklane has really held their composure and are really pushing here at the end, putting a lot of pressure on the ball, causing those turnovers, and getting some baskets.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Torshida. Parklane has made a lot of work, has done a lot of work, made a concerted effort to get this one to single digits. Plenty of time left to get back in this lead. They're only down 5 with 3:51 to go in the fourth quarter. Next game after this is going to be the Brandon Bulldogs and the Jackson Prep Patriots. It'll wrap up the Mississippi Scoreboard Classic, brought to you by Community Bank. Callaway with the ball. Amiyah Taylor inbounding for the Chargers. Quickly into Trinity Cook. She's got it. Free throw jumper good. And it's a 7-point lead.
Yeah, I like what she did. Didn't hesitate. Saw she had an open look free throw line. Put it up.
All right, here's Jackson over to Lott. Carruth looking. This has been the main set they've run most of this second half. Look for Alford to flash over by the free throw line. Now she's at the top of the key. Oh, she wants a three. You can see it. That's off a little bit. Carruth can't get it to go. That one's going out of bounds. It's going to go with Parklane. Layla Ba got the rebound and lost it.
Getting a little bit tougher on the inside now. Everything a premium. Possessions a premium. Second chance opportunities a premium. You name it.
Carruth with 16 points, leads all scores. Throws this one into Jackson near midcourt. Lay Jackson, a sophomore, been starting for the Lady Pioneers since she was an 8th grader. Alford drives, has nothing there. Carruth. She had a swarm of charges around her there. Here goes Alford on a drive with Bay in her face. No good. And a great defensive possession there by the Callaway Chargers. Here's Washington quickly down the floor. Jackson trying to draw a charge. The shot off balance. Carruth up ahead to Alford. Gets it to go. Might have caught a body. Thought she might have drawn a foul, but either way, it's 47-42.
Alford is a player, man. I like her game. I really do.
She's got 12. Quickly to Bay, who flashes back to Cook. No good. Sawyer with the rebound. Brings the ball down, but then draws a foul.
That's a frustration foul, and Layla can't do that. She's the only, sizable person they have left, and so that's her third personal foul, and so she can't be using them just for throwaway. That's a frustration foul. She didn't like how the offensive possession went, so she just stopped the play, and because of it, you add one more team foul. We don't need that with 2 minutes left in the game.
You took the words right out of my mouth, because you don't want to be giving away fouls in a game like this where a foul is going to cost you free throws at some point. 2:20 to go. It's going to be Parklane basketball. Carruth sprints down the floor to take this inbound pass. She'll go to Alford. Alford over to Jackson. Jackson driving. Tries to dish it down to Sawyer and just gives it away. Here's Amiyah Taylor. It's her team up 5. Picks up the dribble. Down to Bay. In the corner. Cook. Drives. Stops. Shot no good. Knocked out by Callaway. Will go back to Parklane. 1:55 to go in the fourth quarter.
Got the look that she wanted. Dribbling into the lane. Wide open look. Just couldn't get it to go.
Parklane trying to get it to a 1-possession ball game. Here's Carruth up to Jackson. Jackson's got 3 charges around her. Carruth, a wide open 3 at the top of the key, no good. Rebound by Trinity Cook. She brings it up the other end. No hurry for the Chargers. 1:30 to go in the fourth, and Lay Jackson called for a foul.
Yeah, you don't have to go out and start reaching just yet. You do need to gamble a little bit if you're Parklane, but be smart about it. Your regular pressure is just fine. I don't think you need to get into a situation where you start adding team fouls back to back.
Second team foul for Parklane. Second foul of the game for Lay Jackson. Down to Layla Ba. Draws a double team.
my goodness.
Spins out of it. Can't get it to go, but she gets the rebound. Can't get that one to go. Trinity Cook is there. Third chance opportunity. A back-breaking basket there for the Callaway Chargers. They're up 7.
She didn't get it off the drop step, but she kept the possession alive with the second chance opportunity. And then Cook gets the third chance, and because of it, her team has a 7-point lead.
1:16 to go in the fourth quarter, and that's just the kind of thing you don't need to happen. That is, if you are Parklane, because you have those opportunities to get a rebound, get back down the floor, and all of a sudden you're down 7 with 1:16 to go. The odds and the percentages, you're not playing in your favor right now.
And out of this timeout, you better believe that Callaway's coach is going to have some type of pressure waiting on you because she wants to turn up that clock. It's not just going to be a free dribble down the court. So you got to make sure you're lined up and ready to go. Have your set to break this press.
Reminder, Brandon and Jackson Prep are going to follow this game in the final game of the Mississippi Scoreboard Classic presented by Community Bank. That timeout brought to you by Tatum and Wade PLLC. Here is Parklane on the inbounds. Jackson over to Alford. Alford quickly down the floor, looking for any room to drive. Nothing there. There's Jackson now for 3. That one's too long. Sawyer's got the rebound. Lott to Carruth. Big 3 on the way,
That's
and
big.
she gets it. 49-45. A huge 3 for the Pioneers coming from their dandy dozen Carlyle Carruth.
Had to have that one. Big-time players making big-time plays in big-time moments. Carlyle Carruth, it gets no better.
49-45, 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Coach Wells looks like she's kind of pleading with her team at this moment. Probably pleading to clean up on defense, take care of the ball on offense. Meanwhile, Coach Rutland, I'm assuming, wants to bring some pressure. They've been able to turn them over, trying to steal back a possession here. They need a couple if they want to take back this lead.
And I'm telling you this, I know a lot of coaches don't like this, and I'm not a coach, so I can say whatever I want. Off the press, this is the prime opportunity to take a 3-ball. You turn this ball over, you have Alford and Carruth on either side, man. Both, the Callaway Chargers are going to be fighting back to get on defensively. If you can force that turnover, that's when you get a high percentage look at a 3-ball. And I think you should take it if you're given the opportunity because they've been doing it really well when they have open looks.
As a Ted version lasso of a girls soccer coach, I give you that permission.
Yeah, man. Listen.
To say what you want, man.
I'm not a coach, but I know the game, and I'm just telling you, this is a perfect opportunity. And we want to send a reminder as well. We have the Legacy Theater Player of the Game. We will announce that, and of course, Hayes will take care of that young lady down at midcourt with an award. Whoever is the biggest and the brightest, but I don't think it's been determined yet, TJ.
No, it hasn't. Lot to be decided here. 58 seconds left. Callaway with the ball up 4. Parklane bringing the pressure. A deflection. But Callaway able to keep up with it, but Washington nearly loses the ball. Quickly down low. And hey, guess who it is? It's Lay Jackson forcing another turnover. Carruth in transition, drives in. She's going to go to the free throw line to make it a 1-possession ball game. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Man.
Lay Jackson, I haven't been keeping track. She's got to have close to double-digit steals today.
This is so good, man. I didn't even have to pay to watch this.
I didn't either. Oh, with the free throws. Those free throws. Those pesky free throws. First one, no good. Alford takes Anna Sawyer's spot next to Layla Ba. And Carruth misses them both. But then Alford gets a rebound, and she's blocked by Ba. Somehow gets it back. And then she throws it away. The Callaway comes up with it. And now we're going to get a travel. She rolled on the ground. You can slide. You can't move.
Can't move. You can't roll.
Parklane dodges the bullet there. Man, how about Alford? Telling her to move over. Gets the rebound. That's some heady stuff here. Here comes Parklane. Alford drives. Pull-up jumper.
There
Good. 49-47. Parklane is down 2. They were down 13 in the third quarter. Now they're a bucket away from tying this thing up.
Oh, it's tight. Listen, man, this is what it's all about, all right? It's a lot of pressure on both sides. Do not think that there's one side more nervous than the other. Parklane has to get a stop. That's going to take a lot of work and a lot of effort. But if you speed up Callaway the correct way, you can make them nervous and force an errant pass. For Callaway, it is imperative that you get this ball in cleanly and you get it across half court. Once you get it across half court, you can go into what I consider like your stall offense. No need to get a basket. Tell every single lady that, no need to get a basket. For Parklane, go crazy right here. Even if you have to force a foul, go crazy. Do whatever it takes to get this ball back.
31 seconds left here at Jackson Prep. 49-47. Callaway clinging to a 2-point lead. It was 13 at one point in the second half, but Parklane is scrapped and clawed all the way back. Let's see if Callaway can get this ball in. Nearly turned it over. And here's Jackson again. Washington can't control it. And Parklane has the ball. Here comes Lake Jackson. Over to Alford. Plenty of time, 20 seconds to go.
She wants the 3-ball.
Alford, over to Jackson. Carruth for the lead. Short. Rebound. Carruth has another look at it. No good. Callaway with the rebound. Parklane's got a foul, and they do. Two great looks for Parklane. Can't get him to go. And with 4.6 seconds to go, Callaway has a chance to finish this off. But no free throws just yet. They got to get this ball in. Coach Wells knows that, and we're going to talk about it.
Let me tell you something.
Woo!
You can't ask for two better looks for the best shooter in the gym, man. I'm just telling you. If you told me I could get Carlyle Carruth 2 open looks, elbow 3, it's the best angle other than top of the key. I would just feel so good about those 2 opportunities. She's going to make 1 of 2. Couldn't do it. Still time, but you must get the steal. If you don't get the steal, doesn't really matter at this point.
And we're looking at the foul situation right now. 5, so Parklane has 5. Callaway with just 2.
No.
Oh, no, hold on. I'm trying to read the scoreboard.
Yeah, so Parklane has 3.
Yes,
3 team
okay.
fouls.
Oh, I see it now. 3 and 4. So, yeah,
Yep.
fouls are not going to do any favors because you got to get to 5 for free throws.
You got to have the steal.
Not enough time.
And you got to be able to get a good look. Doesn't have to be a 3, but you must get the steal probably on the first attempt, TJ. There's not enough time for the second or third pass.
Nope. All right. Amiyah Taylor to inbound for Callaway. Full court press. Passes in, got a foul, and they do a 3.4, but they need 1 more. And even at this point, if you don't force a turnover, got to go to the other end.
It's got to be
shoot
a steal.
free throws.
Yep,
and even if they do miss, you got to go the length of the court. Not advancing anything here in a timeout situation. It's
got to be a steal.
Got to get it in. Oh, they may have got one quick.
Okay.
Oh, man, Alford thought she got ran over. Not called. Carruth will foul on the inbound. She has 4. 2.6 seconds to go on the scoreboard. 49-47. Callaway with a chance to put this game away right here. It's Trinity Cook.
Trinity's sole purpose is to make 1 of these. Just make the first. Make the first here. And take a deep breath. That way you know you at least have overtime in the pocket.
There's a deep breath right there.
Yeah.
First free throw by Cook. Good.
There you go. Now you can relax because you know they literally have to throw it essentially the length of the court and maybe, worst case scenario for them, make a half-court shot.
All right, so Parklane will call a timeout, try and figure out what they want to do here. Also, the scenario at play for Callaway, you could miss and force a loose ball and a rebound. That'll make it pretty hard to get a clean one, get a pass out and a shot. At the same time, you make the free throw and it's over.
Wow. What a game, man. This one has been a good one. This has been great to watch, great to bring to you all who are watching, so we appreciate that, of course. The games have been getting better and better each and every time, and I think this is one of the ones that should be stamped as a showcase of the showcases, if you will, TJ.
No doubt. Mississippi Scoreboard Classic inaugural tournament presented by Community Bank. 8 games in 2 days. The final game coming up, Brandon and Jackson Prep. The host Patriots going to take on the Bulldogs, 7A from MHSAA. looking forward to that one. You and I will be on the call for that. But before we get there, we got to finish this. 2.6 on the clock. Trinity Cook at the free throw line. Perhaps she is our Legacy Theater player of the game with 15 points. It's got a chance for 16 and to ice this ball game here at Jackson Prep. Parklane has no timeouts left. Free throw's good. 51-47. Now you need to make the shot, draw a foul, but it's deflected, and that is going to do it. The Callaway Chargers defeat the Parklane Academy Pioneers 51-47. What a game. Parklane had chances at the end. That possession down 2. Carlyle Carruth had 2 chances to give the Pioneers the lead. Couldn't hit either one of the threes, and Callaway escapes with a 51-47 win.
What a game, man, and what a bounce-back game for Callaway. After not playing nearly their best game, they did a great job of coming in here, riding the ship, and understanding that they had what it took to have a much better performance. And so kudos to Coach Wells and her squad for putting up their best performance. And what a game. What a game by the Callaway Lady Chargers.
All right, so we are waiting on the player of the game presentation, the Legacy Theater player of the game.
Join me in congratulating Trinity Cook, the player of the game.
And it is Trinity Cook.
Callaway High School.
Trinity Cook, the Legacy Theater player of the game. 16 points, hits 2 key free throws down the stretch, and Callaway escapes with a 51-47 victory. And now Coach Wells is going to come up and talk about this win. Ray Coleman will step aside as Coach Dionne Wells comes on up to talk about this thrilling victory for her team. 51-47. Parklane's next game is going to be on January 6th against Park Place. Meanwhile, Callaway is going to be hosting Ridgeland. Here is Coach Wells. Woo! Coach Wells, what you think about that?
That was a tough one. Exciting.
So take me just through your mind as you're up 13 and that lead just slowly starts to just go away. What are you thinking as a coach? What are you trying to get your girls to do in this situation?
I'm trying to get them to push through even when they're tired. Trying to get them pushed through. When they're tired, it seems to relax a little. We had a lead, so they feel like we're up. We can relax. So just keep in the mindset is keep pushing.
So you got a team with some championship pedigree. You got players with championship pedigree. What kind of championship pedigree did they show closing this one out?
Yes. It's really tough. Coming off a championship, we lost most of our scores from last year. So we're trying to build these girls up to that championship team.
Yeah, for sure. So Trinity Cook obviously sinks those free throws at the end. What can you say about her performance today?
She's been leading us. She's our lead scorer. She came through for us. She played hard. We took a loss on yesterday, and she came today, and she proved that's why she's our lead scorer.
For sure. So you had that loss yesterday, 2 games in 2 days. You can't go home with 2 losses in 2 days.
No, sir, and that's what we emphasized on yesterday. We wanted to go 2-0. We didn't, so today we had to get the win.
What do you think your team is going to take away most? What do you want them to take away most from this one today? Against a really good Parklane team, a team
really
that has won a state championship.
I want to give credit to Parklane. They're a really great team, real coach. This is getting us ready for our district play on Friday. So we have 3 games this week. So it's getting us ready for district play. And it was a great team to get us prepared for our district play on Friday.
So this is your first year as a head coach?
First year as head coach, but I've been the assistant coach for Callaway for the last 4 years.
Okay, all right. In the lead role, what have you learned about this team and, what are some of their strengths? What can you guys really work on here as you get into district play?
Some of our strengths are we work well as a team. All right, so we're trying to get all the girls to buy in, accept their roles. So that's what we still into working as a team, trying to play together.
When you talk about Layla Ba, you talk about a person who can make an impact on both ends of the floor, defensively especially, had a few blocks today.
She did.
How important is she going to be to you during this next run?
She's very important to our team, both for our big Shelbie Walker and Layla Ba. Shelbie Walker fell out today, but they're very important to our team. So they get us going. So if they're down, we got to find another piece. All right. So Layla, she stepped in for us defensively today. She had a bad game on yesterday. She came and she did what she had to do today.
Okay. Well, Coach Wells, we appreciate it. Your team comes out with a 51-47 win over Parklane Academy. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, Hayes, what's the word? We're going to take a break. All right, so once again, Callaway defeats Parklane Academy 51-47 here at the Mississippi Scoreboard Classic presented by Community Bank. Got one more game coming up for you. It's the Brandon Bulldogs and the Jackson Prep Patriots. We will see you in just a few minutes.